In this video, we're going to look at how to do a one-way analysis of variance, or a one-way ANOVA. Unfortunately, Excel refers to it as the single factor ANOVA, but that's the name they give what we're going to be doing here. So it's something that you have to remember. We'll go over how to perform this in Excel. We're also going to be using a macro to help extend our findings and to make things simple for us. ANOVA is used in situations where you have a categorical variable with more than two categories and then a continuous variable. If we had two sets of categorical variables, we would just simply perform a t-test. In the next module, we'll look at situations where you have two continuous variables. Now, we'll be using the same data that we used from one of the previous videos, but this time our question is a little different. This time the question is there a difference in assets turnover ratio between the three promotional programs? So here we have a categorical variable with three levels, and we have a continuous variable. The null hypothesis would be that there's no difference between them. The alternative hypothesis is that there is a difference between the categories. So we'll deal with sales and assets. So we're not going to be dealing with the store location. So I can go ahead and delete that. Now I need to create a new variable here that's called the assets turnover ratio, because that's what we're looking for in our question. Sometimes when you're dealing with data, you may need to create a new variable that comes from variables that you already have. So in this case, the assets turnover ratio is equal to sales divided by the average total assets. So I'll do that real quick. So equals sale divided by average total assets. And we can take this all the way down to the end for our stores. So we're looking at the three marketing groups, so promotion X, promotion Y, and promotion Z, and seeing if there's a difference in the assets turnover ratio. So just like last time, I'll start by sorting the data so we can easily calculate the means for each group by promotion. So take this across and go down to select all of our data. Go to sort and filter, make a custom sort, and we'll be sorting on the promotion program. And that will sort. Make sure to select all of them so that it also sorts the variables you're interested in. So you're not just sorting the promotion program. What we're going to do this time, to keep things simple, is just create three new variables. So we'll do the, we'll call it promo X, promo Y, and promo Z, just to make it easier for us to deal with these. So we're going to copy the observations from promotion X and paste them into here. So the assets turnover for X. And now this was a formula we used. See the column right there, the B2 divided by C2. So when we paste, we don't want to just paste that formula in there because that will change the cells that are included in it. So what we want to do is go down here to paste options and paste in the value. So we're just pasting those numbers in there. And we'll do the same thing for promo Y. Copy that and then paste the values. And then finally for promotion Z, do the same thing. So we basically created three new variables here that are just promotion X, promotion Y, and promotion Z, splitting them into different ones. So to do a one-way ANOVA, it compares the mean of X with the mean of Y with the mean of Z. So all three of these compares those means together for us. So these variables are going to be the asset turnover ratios for each of the promotional programs or for each of the categories. So in Excel, what we're going to do is go to data again, go to our fun data analysis tab, and what we're going to do is look for single factor ANOVA. Right there, ANOVA single factor, and select that. So for our first thing we'll do is we'll select labels in the first row so we don't forget, and then go to the input range. So the input range is going to be all three of those variables, and we're going to go down to make sure we include all of the data. There will be some blank spaces here if there are a different number of observations. That's perfectly fine to include them. That's what you want to do. Excel will know to not include those and will treat them as just blank observations. And make sure to include the variable names up top if you selected the labels in the first row. And then for the output range, I will just select this worksheet. How about there? Just so that, again, everything's on the same page. And then from there, boom, click OK. This time, unlike last time, because we selected the labels, it spits out promo X, Y, and Z. So it keeps it simpler for us so we don't have to copy and paste and keep track of things ourselves. So we have for each group, we have the count of the observations, the sum of the observations. Sometimes that may be important. Here it's not really important, but we have the average for each. See, these are fairly close together, but they're small numbers. But promo Z slightly different, 0.12 instead of 0.10. And then we have the variances here. Here's our F statistic down here for the entire thing, 0.006. Sorry, just 0.06. We have the p-value down here, 0.935. Since the p-value is greater than 0.05, that level we were looking at, we would fail to reject the null hypothesis. So we would conclude that there is not a statistically significant difference between the means of these three groups. These three promotions, the mean assets turnover ratio is the same or not statistically significantly different. Had the p-value been lower than 0.05, we could extend this analysis further and use another test to find out exactly where the differences were. And that's what we're going to be doing in our next video.